My goodness, my friends in the SWTOR world. Holy butt monkey Batman. It has finally come. What we have been predicting for years, and what some people, especially the one person on Jungma, has been searching for, outside of, their only friend is Wilson Volleyball. And the servers are merging. So they're going to go from 17 servers down to 5 super servers. I really want to see what these things look like. Something else I think they should do is World of Warcraft's done this before, where they retire a server blade, they auction it off, and the money goes to charity. So I think that's something that SWTOR should do. So let's get into the meat of this thing. They just announced this. And this is going to come on November 8th, 2017, and it's titled The United Forces Update. Boom, boom, boom. One of the things they're trying to do is, I think, behind the scenes, they know that there are some dead servers out there, like Jungma especially. I don't know about the other ones. There's a lot out there. But then you have your high-pop servers like Jedi Covenant, The Harbinger, and Shadowlands out there. A lot of friends of mine also play on Shadowlands as well, so I'm going to assume there's a lot of people there. I have a tune there. She's like 5 years old. No, not 5 years. She's level 5 and hasn't done much because I got bored when the Harbinger decided to break. But I digress. But here we go. We got the United Forces coming, and the biggest thing on this one is they probably realize, shit, we need to get a lot of these people together. And since we are already trying to focus on going back to more of an MMO style outside of just purely driven first-person type of crap that they did with the launch of, all this Kotet crap. Another thing behind it was, you know what? This would be a perfect way if we merged all these servers together into 5 giant servers. We'll have more people to interact with, more people to group with, and that is nothing but a positive thing. And I will agree wholeheartedly. That is a giant positive thing. I think this is a very good refresh for this game. I haven't heard too many people poo-poo about it yet. I'm hearing mainly only positive things about it. I ran a poll on Twitter about it and got nothing but either it was about time or this is amazing. I am excited. Bring it all. And I think it's good. So there's a few things we need to talk about, though, is like what to expect from this United Forces update. So bear with us as we get into the nit and grit of this. And enjoy. One of the things they said is the United Forces update expands your connection to a galactic-sized community of players. We will be integrating our existing 17 servers to 5 new servers, 1 for each existing region and language. Our goal is to make this experience as simple and rewarding as possible. They're also saying once the patch goes live, the United Forces go live, they will also be offering new rewards for reconnecting with friends and guildmates in Star Wars. They say just log in and play between November 8th and November 27th, because November 8th is when it all goes live. But we'll talk about other dates about what we should all expect about what's going to be happening soon behind the scenes for them to prepare for this. But you get a couple rewards, so this is simply log in to play and get the new Mini Mogul. So if you've ever played Garaga's Palace, the spider machine with the hut inside it with the bell cap, yeah, you're going to get that mini pet. Some of the other rewards are going to be earn the merciless Darth Hexic companion when you complete 3 PvE or 3 PvP missions through Group Finder by the November 27th deadline. So that's cool. We get another companion. Yay, we'll just add that to the giant basket of companions. They said also, plus unlock the new United Forces Group Recon achievement when you complete 3 of the PvP or PvE Group Finder activities, and get the new United Forces Warzone Recon achievement when you also complete 3 of the PvP matches through Group Finder. So I think that's gonna be pretty easy to do, and especially when you have this many people coming into one place. That's one of the things they're really looking forward to and hoping happens, is that not only will your wait time for these for Group Finder to really be reduced dramatically, but just be easier to group up with people and have some freaking fun. They're also saying finally, once United Forces goes live, you'll also get double rewards, double XP, double command XP, and much more through the 14th of November. So we got these mergers coming. The mergers are coming. Everyone's getting ready to move. So they're getting ready to move. So what are we going to what do we have to look forward to? What's going to happen? What are the steps that are going forth from here? So October 10th, which is going to be game update 5.5, they're going to start laying the behind-the-scenes foundation stuff. So this is pretty much the pouring the foundation for the new servers and the structural changes that they're going to need to support the United Forces update. And so there's a lot of technical stuff behind the scenes that they have to lay the groundwork for everything to work. So October 10th, that's going to happen. October 24th, they're going to have the United Forces formation. On this day, they say the game will be unavailable for an extended time. So pretty much just be prepared on October 24th just not to be playing SWTOR that day. I think it's going to go a lot longer than 6 hours, longer than 8 hours. I think we're going to be looking around 12 because there's going to probably be a lot of variables stuck in this one that are probably unforeseen right now. Everyone's hoping for a smooth transition, but they're going to be starting to move everything over behind the scenes, your characters, guilds, legacies, all this stuff over to the new servers. Now, you'll still be able to play your tunes on the old servers until they click it to go live, and everyone's back on your brand new servers. But November 8th, so that's when United Forces, that's when she is going to go live. So expect a lot of hiccups that day. Please prepare thyself now. Don't get so excited. We can hope and pray for it to be smooth as cray-cray. But anyone who's played MMOs at all for any length period of time, and who has gone through whether they be expansion launch days or you have new server stuff going on, we know there's something stupid's going to happen, and so just be prepared for that. I think a lot of people are excited to see what's going to happen. I think some people also are kind of bummed out because they're, when you've been on a server, like for me, I've been on the Harbinger for forever. I started on Jedi Covenant, but you've been on, where are you from? The Harbinger. Oh yeah, what server are you going to be on now? The Hot Prospect. What the hell? I know. It's like a Hot Pocket, right? Well, Hot Pocket, it should be called the Hot Pocket. But that's all Eric Musco's fault. The Hot Prospect. What a name. Yay. They really should. One of the things I think they really should have done was put a contest out and to vote for the 5 best names people could come up with. Beatrice came up with some interesting names for what the server should be called. A lot of them we can't say on air, but she did. So those are things you're looking for. So your dates are October 10th. They're laying the foundation. October 24th, they're moving everything over. And November 8th is when they will, when all the things will be, when they will flick the switch and hopefully everything will work. That will be fun. But with the server stuff, a lot of people are like, well, what's going to happen? I don't know. I'm so scared. And they're like, well, we're glad you asked those questions in your mind, and we're going to shoot those before you shoot us. So thanks, man. I said, why the big change? Like we said in the beginning, they wanted to bring everyone over to play together, have it one big, giant, happy family just kicking some robot butt together. On the other side, we also know there are some servers that are really hurting, like our poor friend over there at Jung Ma, who's by himself, and his only company are robots. And we all know what can happen when that happens. And it happened to my brother once. Oh, my God. So, yeah, that's one of the things. But like I said, they want to bring people together just to have an easier time with Group Finder, especially in GFS, and with all your PvP stuff. And, just to have fun together, grouping up with whether you're their friends or they're new people you've never grouped up with before. And just, bringing the galaxy together, man, for just one big, awesome party. It'd be great. It'd be awesome. Say, what will my new server be? Well, like we said, we'll put it up here. Like we talked about, your character is going to be brought over to the new server. But one of the big things is like, okay, you're moving my tune over. What's going to happen? I'm scared. Will I be able to keep my name? What's happening? Well, they addressed this, and it says this is our intent that the process will have very little impact on you or your account. Since character names must be unique on the server, it is possible that when we create the new United Forces servers, you may need to rename your character. And there's a couple things there. Like, when we name our character, that's like something really personal to us. Well, sometimes some people are like my character's name is Valen's Bags of Fun. That might not be as personal, but a lot of us, we name our character, and that character we've been playing for a long time, and that's their name. And you just really hope and pray that someone on some other server doesn't have that same name. But there are a few things you need to know about before that goes into effect, and whether or not you need to be worried. I don't think I need to be worried on any of my tunes, but there's there. So if you are a subscriber or a premium player, not much for us to have to worry about, since we get priority over the plebeians. Or, I'm sorry, over the lower class. Nope, sorry, over the people. I'm joking. Over people who are preferred players or people who are just free to play players in that regard. So our names, we get first priority. So say your name is Rumple Foreskin Farts a Lot, and there happens to also be Rumple Foreskin Farts a Lot on, say, another server, and your two servers are coming together on, say, the Hot Prospect. If you're a subscriber and they are not, you get to keep your name. They do not get to keep their name. So that is a good thing right there. Also, if you have characters that are highly played, you play these a lot, and so they have records for how long you played this certain character over other characters, that will also have priority over, say, someone who has the same name but doesn't really play that character too much. And on that one, they're going to start deleting names and probably deleting characters. Well, deleting names. They didn't say anything about deleting characters. Sorry. I died. I'm sorry about that, guys. I'm just so sorry. They're going to, any character that you haven't played more than 90 days, they're going to wipe that name so that there can be room for people who might have that name but play a lot more on their character that bears that name. So if you really like the names on some of your tunes that are like over level 10, because it's going to affect the level 10 characters, get them to level 11 and just log into them and just play a little bit on them. If you really like that name, do some work on that character right now. For guilds, a lot of people had questions like, what's going to happen with the guilds? United Forces Galaxy will have no impact on your guild bank, achievements, or strongholds. They said, while all legacy family trees will reset during the update, for most players there will be minimal impact on your legacy. So, people are like, well, what's going to happen to my characters, man? I'm so scared. Well, like I said, currently a premium subscriber account is allowed a maximum of 52 characters per server, which, personally for me, I don't got time for that crap. I barely have time for the 15 I have. Who's got time for 52 characters? They said, following the United Forces update, accounts with more than 52 characters on the server will be accommodated. You will still be able to access and play each of these characters. However, they say if you wish to make new characters after that point, you will need to delete characters until you are back at or below the cap of 50. Unfortunately, for our free-to-play players, this process will work a little differently. They said, following the United Forces update, if your account has characters beyond the free-to-play limit of 2, which I totally think is bullshit, to be honest with you. I think they at least give them 5, or give them 8. Let them be able to play all 8 of the classes, the class stories. I think 2 is just bullshit. I'm sorry, that's a big thing on mine. I think when it comes to free-to-play, SWTOR, it's not the best. Star Trek Online, I think, is one of the best free-to-play options out there. Coming in close second is probably Lord of the Rings Online. But yes, free-to-play accounts, you will be stuck at your limit of 2. Then all your characters will be set to deactivated. I'm sorry. If your account has characters beyond the free-to-play limit of 2, then all your characters will be set to deactivated. This allows you to log in and choose which characters you would like to activate and play. Fun. Like we said, we already talked about characters' name. Your friends list, ignore list. Your friends list will stay. Your ignore list will also stay, so you don't have to worry about that. One thing I thought is interesting, and someone who plays the GTN a lot, is the thought of, well, what the hell's going to happen with the GTN stuff? How's that going to work? So your listings will not be affected by the United Forces update. However, what you're going to find is that you're going to see a lot. You're taking like the Harbinger GTN and the Jedi Covenant GTN and putting them together. So be prepared to see prices drop or skyrocket, depending on what it is you're trying to sell. So you're going to get more supply and demand, right? So you're getting more people with more of the same supply that you might be selling. So be prepared for what you say you're selling a black and red dye for $60K a pop. Once this merge happens, be prepared for that to drop dramatically. It might not. But be prepared for it to do so. And if you play the GTN a lot like I do, it's time to start thinking up of new strategies on how to stay the wealthy billionaires that we are. Your for your appearance designer, your stamped appearances will not be affected by the United Forces update. All your appearances will remain in place following the update. If you are worried about character transfers, they say everything's going to be good to go until October 24th, to which they will turn off character transfers. And yesterday in the live stream, they talked about how they're talking about what prices they're going to set, because I think some people are going to want to transfer over to one of the 5 new servers than what the one they might say they're on the hot prospect. They might want to fly over to another one to where their friends are. So this is going to be there's a lot of new things coming that I don't think people are expecting. And so one of the things though that someone did bring up, I think on Reddit, was how guild members limit has not been increased, which I think it should be, especially if you're going to get a lot of new people over. And and especially when it comes to guild and guild names, one of the things they did say was that you have the Unholy Alliance on the Harbinger, but there's also Unholy Alliance on Jedi Cov. So on the new server, if those two servers, which are not, Jedi Covenant is going to a different server than what the Harbinger is going to. But say they are going on to the same server, you're going to have Unholy Alliance, the Harbinger, and then you're going to have Unholy Alliance, Jedi Covenant. So it'll let you know. But if one guild dies out or whatnot, and they just switch their name, and then the Unholy Alliance on the Harbinger will just go back to the Unholy Alliance. Yeah, it's the whole thing. You're kind of like tracing family trees. What's going on here? Connect the dots. Like I said, there's a lot going on. Legacy is a big thing too. People are asking questions about that. So legacy names are not unique. You will not lose a legacy name as part of this process. So that's awesome. Yay. Legacy unlocks are completely unaffected. Yay. Legacy currencies. Any legacy-wide currencies such as command tokens are not affected. If you have more than one legacy, you will combine these currencies together in your new legacy. If this combination would push you over the cap, we will still grant you the currency. However, you will be unable to earn any more of that specific currency until you fall below cap. Your legacy bank contents are also not affected. Yay! Achievements. All completed achievements will remain intact. So a lot of things that we're worried about, they've thought ahead about this. They've been planning this for a long time, and you have to think about something like this for a long time. But it seems like what they're looking for is a seamless, smooth transition, so things will not be affected. Like your strongholds and your decos will not be affected by this either. Your reputation will also not be affected. Your family tree will be reset. However, during the Force Awakens United Forces update, after update, you will have the ability to reassign affiliations freely. I don't really play with that out too often, but it is kind of fun to play with when you're dicking around and you're just waiting for GSF to pop. Your cartel market item stashes, current cap of 500 items will remain in place. That's nice. See if the United Forces update will cause there to be more than 500 items in your stash. Those items can be found in your item stash. However, you'll be unable to add any items to your stash until you go under the 500 cap. What will happen to our guild? Like we just talked about that. So nothing really to worry about with your guild. However, they're not increasing the cap for that, which is sad. And ranked season 9 is not going to be a thing. So I hope that clarifies some stuff. I'm looking forward to it. I want to hear your thoughts about it. So comments below about that, or just DM me and we'll talk about it, and we'll see what's going on there. So thank you. We'll see you on the flip side. Yeah.